Good morning, everybody. It's a gorgeous day. There was no way that I was not going to make a video today. I was actually supposed to make this video 5 days ago. It was in response to my video, you guys, and the name of the video was called Overwhelmed, Stressed Out, Anxiety, Please Take a Break. In other words, I want you to breathe. Sit Down Sundays, episode 13. So I try very hard every Sunday, which tomorrow's Easter, it's a holiday for some, to give my thoughts, what's happened throughout the week, encounters that I've had with people, just business things. If I bumped into somebody, I'm doing business with somebody, just various things, customer service issues, just whatever's happened in my life, I speak on it on Sunday, or things that are happening globally and my thoughts. So in this video, Mary P, and I've seen Mary P before on my channel, she asked me a few questions and I thought it would be best to answer it in a video. I was supposed to do a response 5 days ago, but my schedule's been totally busy, you guys, so I'm getting to it now. So basically, she asked, and I'm going to read it to you first, and then I'm going to answer her questions. I really appreciate your opinions. I am curious, what's your take is on retail stores that have been forced to close temporarily. I am sure it will be the end of stores like Sears and Kmart. And I'm going to stop right there. I've done videos on Sears and Kmart. I've shopped them. I've been to the liquidation sales. Sears and Kmart are dead in the water. We have the last one here, and I think actually in 1 day or 2 days, excuse me, it goes out of business. It's the last Kmart left in Vegas, and I think either tomorrow or the day after that it will no longer exist, and that's the last Kmart here in Las Vegas. um, Others that are already struggling. What do you think will happen with the merchandise that by the time the stores reopen will be outdated? That's a very good question. The retail landscape is going to be very difficult. I also agree with that. Do you think malls will be a thing of the past? Yes, I do. I feel like we are all going to be deeply affected by this, and we will carry scars or lessons for a very long time. As long as we learn from those lessons, it'll be a very good lesson. Just like our parents or grandparents did after the Depression, we will all behave differently. I don't think lockdown means you have to stay inside. I agree. Fresh air, as you can see, I'm doing a video outside. Absolutely, and I'm already sweating. It's pretty warm today for spring. It's beautiful out right now. Um, I agree. Fresh air is healing. We really have to heal ourselves the best way we can. Anxiety is a product of nature. Fight or fight response. Everyone has it to some degree. It can keep you alive in some instances. If this virus teaches us nothing, we need to learn we are not in control. Wow. Okay, so to start off, I answered some of it as I was going on. So what are my opinions about these stores that are being closed? So I want to throw restaurants, I want to throw all small businesses. Like, I'm giving an example because I live here in Vegas. A lot of businesses are basically, in my opinion, which possibly could be facts, are operating on a thin margin. They're basically living, I'm not saying week to week, but they depend on a certain amount of clientele coming in. Like, just say you own a small restaurant. Every week you serve over 2,000 people. 2,000 people keeps the lights on, keeps your employees fed, it keeps you able to order your merchandise, your food to feed the people. So I guess maybe we're going into a month now, and then I think, if I'm not mistaken, Trump said another 30 days. So now we're going into another 30 days. Most businesses are already shutting down, meaning they will not be reopening, which I think is really sad. If you want to take it one step further, I'm just throwing this out here. I think it's kind of amazing. The only stores that are doing well right now are Walmart, I'll say Target, because Target's here, and Amazon. So I think what the future looks like is going to be, and I did a video on this, click and mortar versus click and order. I think brick and mortar, which is, if you don't know what that means, which is a standing store, the mall, a restaurant, something like that, is, this is just my opinion, a thing of the past. I think by them closing them down, all these small businesses, is really going to show when they open back up who can actually survive and who's going to do well. I think a lot of restaurants, small businesses, mom and pop stores are going to be by the wayside, unfortunately. That's just my opinion. Do I want that to happen? Absolutely not. Because what that means, and one of my favorite words is monopoly. I love playing Monopoly, and I learned about Monopoly in junior high school, and then when I went into college, I studied economics. So I definitely took that course actually like a couple times. And one thing we talked about was Monopoly. And Monopoly, what a lot of people don't realize is, I will say, no, I won't say, but I'll give an example saying Monopoly basically, Amazon, big juggernaut comes in, right? Starts knocking off all these mom and pop stores because you can get it faster and quicker on Amazon, correct? Correct. So with that being said, now 200, just in the first week of April or May, 200 mom and pop stores closed down because Amazon, you can get it, like I said, faster and quicker, lickety split on Amazon. So they go out of business. Now remember, that business was generating jobs for maybe 20 employees. 20 employees are now unemployed, right? That business owner was paying those 20 employees, which they took their dollars out into the community. They were going to Walmart, they were going on vacations, they were going on cruise lines, they were jumping on the airlines, they were investing in the stock market. Now their dollars have stopped. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like it's a domino effect, it's a cycle. I think we have not even seen the ramifications yet of, I think when they open up, and then moving forward, maybe in a couple, so what is it, April, May, June, if we open everything back up, the country, whatever, in May, June, I think June, July, we'll really start to see not all of the effects, but a lot of the effects. How our favorite mom and pop store went out of business, and then here, well, don't worry about it, you can order it online. More business for Amazon, I'm just saying. So I'm just gonna stop right there. Maybe I'll go into more details just on that one question another time. Okay, so what do I think the end of stores like Sears and Kmart, like I already said, Sears and Kmart's filed for bankruptcy like twice, right? If I'm not mistaken, they've held on. They tried to hold on so long. And like I said, here in Vegas, we have a lot of other states that they don't even have Sears or Kmart's anymore. But our last Kmart is going out of business, I think, in 2 days, literally. The liquidation's going on right now. Okay, so the retail landscape is going to look very different, absolutely. Do you think malls will be a thing of the past? Absolutely. And I didn't mean to say that with a smile, but I've been following this for a minute because, like I said, I like to follow trends and cycles and whatnot. And what I've noticed, so there's something what you call an anchor store in a mall. So an anchor store would be, I'm going to, for example, here in Vegas, we have the Boulevard Mall. So that's a real popular mall, I guess, one of them. And they have anchor stores. So on one side, if you guys remember, if you live here, we had Macy's. On the other side, we had Sears. These big department stores, you could say. We also had JCPenney's right in the middle. Those were the anchor stores. So for example, maybe 5 or 10 years ago, Macy's was the hot spot to go to get the latest what? The latest gear, the shoes, you're always getting a sale, a deal, the latest attire, you know what I'm saying? You weren't really shopping on Amazon yet, right? So with that being said, you would want your store, so say I opened up a store called Aisha Page, whatever, books, right? You would want your store to be right next to Macy's because all of the foot traffic would be going in and out of Macy's, and you would want to catch some of that. So those anchor stores have long gone disappeared. Macy's is no longer in the Boulevard Mall. Sears on the other end, they've been bankrupt for a very long time. They finally went out of business sometime last year. I've done videos on that. JCPenney's went out of business. JCPenney's is another business that once they did, who took over? I can't remember his name, but maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, I loved the new look that JCPenney's gave with the new like kind of stores within a store. The store looked way more, I've been shopping in, what was it, JCPenney since I was a little girl. Big shout out to my mom. I used to get my clothes from JCPenney's. They used to have some stylish clothes back in the day. I'm talking about like when I was in junior high, high school and whatnot. And I do remember that the store was always so cluttered, very cluttered. Everything was all over the place, but you could find amazing deals. Once they started moving into, I would say, I don't know, 2010, comfortably, maybe 2015, I don't remember exactly. They started to, they got a new CEO, and he told, and wasn't it the guy from Apple? if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. Leave a comment down below. He took over and he just cleaned up the store. I thought it was more appealing, more inviting, and the visuals were gorgeous. Just kind of a wrong time and maybe a day too late. Maybe just, I'm saying, but I enjoy still shopping in there, and I still was finding amazing deals. But back to what I was saying, JCPenney's, a thing of the past. I'm sorry, I went on a ramble. Do I think the malls are a thing of the past? Absolutely, because now the anchor stores are no longer in the store. If you go walking through a mall right now, you see obviously we can't do it right now, but you see very little traffic. It's like all these big mega stores, these department stores, Macy's, JCPenney's, Sears, Kmart, they're not in the stores or the malls anymore. I don't know what, Dillard's and whatnot. They're not getting that traffic. They're not getting, it seems like every weekend. It used to be like if you go to the mall, you would wait for certain holidays for them to have a big sale. Now it seems like every weekend they're having a sale. My thoughts on big malls, you know, I've been kind of following this for maybe about 2 or 3 years. I really see what they're going to turn malls into. I see them turning them into condominiums. I know that sounds kind of weird and off the wall, but literally I see them buying out these big malls that have been laying dormant. They're dead. Some of them don't even have any of the stores open. Larger strip malls, I see them turning them into either not strip malls. I see them turning them into condominiums or like affordable housing, meaning chopping it up. There's another word I'm looking for, and it just escaped my brain. Forgive me, you guys. But I could literally see them turning the old Macy's department store area into literally a elderly building, or elderly living for, you know, 60 and up or something like that, or even for the regular population, and just chopping them up and making maybe little dorm style type rooms. That's what I kind of wanted to say. So like if you go overseas, it, like for example for China or anywhere in the East, there's and I forgot the name of the, but you can co-ops or whatever, you can go in and you don't get it's not like a hotel room. You just get a real simple bed. You're just there to really see the sights, backpack all over the place. You just need somewhere to lay your head. So that's where I see malls, just in my opinion. We'll see. We'll come back to this video, what, in 2-3 years to see what happens. Okay. Deeply affected, like the Great Depression. I don't think the lockdown means that you have to stay inside. I agree, fresh air. So I was saying in my last videos, like a lot of people aren't even going outside. And days like this, I've always been a person, I love the fresh air. I love nature. You can hear the birds chirping. I'm by the trees. I'm actually poolside, one of our pool sides here at the apartment. The playground's in the back. So far, no kids are out here playing. It's a gorgeous day. It's springtime. It's April 11th. I'm just sitting here as the airplane flies by, but it's just a freaking gorgeous day, and there's no way that I would not get outside. So like I said, after this video, I'm going to go do a jog for maybe about I'm going to try to knock out 3 miles today. Mary P, thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching and asking that question. These are the kind of questions that I love to answer when people leave comments. Intelligent, not intelligent because you were just asking some questions, but it stimulates me because I like to have stimulating conversations. I just don't like to talk about small. Don't small talk me. I like to talk big. And it starts off saying, I appreciate your opinions. Well, I appreciate you, Mary P, for watching. I appreciate that. What do I see the future looking like, you guys? I think it has forever changed. I think brick and mortars are a thing of the past. I think a lot of stores and small businesses will not make it through this, the next month, next 2 weeks, next 3 weeks, unfortunately. Do I want them to? Absolutely, because you know what? With small businesses, it gives us choices. Choices are already are very nice to have. You go to the store, you can choose what? 5 different arrays of orange juice. You want the orange juice with pineapple, you want the orange juice with strawberry, you want the one with pulp, no pulp. It's amazing. But when you are forced, like people, for example, and I'm just going to use Amazon. Sorry, I'm going to do it, okay? Amazon, I think, is the juggernaut in the room that really people are talking about, but then some people aren't taking it to the next level. I do think it's great that you can click and order something and get it within 24 hours. That's amazing. But do you realize when you have no more choices, they say, well, their prices are fairly reasonable, right? But when you have no more choices and you have to go to one establishment to get your shoes, your underwear, your detergent, your hairspray, you're buying hair, you're buying clothes, whatever the case may be, do you realize that they can bring up that price at any time because you have no more choices? Do you get what I'm saying? When you have no more choices and you have to shop at that one place, they can raise the price, they can double the price overnight, and you're going to pay it because why? You have no more choices. You can't go to that mom and pop store that you used to always get your t-shirts from. You can't go around this corner and those shoes that you would, your gym shoes that you would always get for you and the kids once a year, big shopping, is no longer there because they're not having a big deal. You have to go through Amazon. Leave a comment down below. If you have a comment about Amazon or whatnot, so be it. Go ahead. If you have a question, feel free to ask it down below. I will definitely try to get back to you and do a video and address it. Just stay tuned. If I leave a comment down or if I reply underneath your comment, I will try to get a video out addressing what you asked for. So as you can see, I am sweating, guys, but like I said, it's a gorgeous day. I'm about to go jogging. I feel strong. I'm breathing. Everything's okay. I'm off work today. I've gotten a lot of stuff done actually already. So I'm going to get out there and get my sun rays. And I hope you guys do the same thing. Have an amazing day. Like I said, if you have a question, go ahead and leave it down below. And I will try to answer it in a video if you want me to. All right, you guys have an amazing day. Mary P, thank you for asking your questions. Have a great day. If you like this video, feel free to share it. Subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.